This is Paul. Yes. I had to go get another cup of coffee. I'm wanting to speak to my sons. Yes. And I wanted to speak to Marilyn Van Proyen, and I'm kind of concerned that those in law enforcement, yes, they thought that going to work was more important than enforcing the laws. You've been getting paid to violate consent decrees and memorandums of understanding. Ooch. Now, why don't you get me the food supply of every police department in the United States? Oh, I think that some of these police departments are pretty good sized, and it's not just one coffee pot for a small police department. It's multiple coffee pots. In fact, you might even have some sort of donuts or fruit. I'm going to want to know what you've been spending on the actual coffee and the food of those in police departments where my civil rights have been violated, and I've emailed sheriff's departments, well, in every county of Washington State. And I emailed counties throughout the United States, and they said, well, we're going to enforce this protection order when we know that the respondent wasn't given any due process. Ooch. The petitioner didn't sign it. Yes. There's forgeries of elected oaths of office, and we're going to enforce the full faith and credit of the United States Constitution. I'm thinking you're getting a consent decree. Now, the Department of Justice thought that I couldn't have them all replaced. Yes, as in you're fucking fired! Now, why don't you get me the food supply? Yes, of all of those in office. Now, when you have one of those federal jobs, Department of Justice, Civil Rights Division, yes, and I email you thousands of times, and you thought, well, we'll sit there. Do you have a cafeteria there? Do you get to buy your lunch at the Department of Justice, or do you have to go out to a restaurant? I'm going to want to know exactly where you've been getting your food and any beverages of any employee of the DOJ, yes, of the FBI, yes, and every police and sheriff's department. Now, it could be that you've been spending too much money on the actual food. What if everybody brought a sack lunch to work? Ouch! You could stay home and make your own sandwich. You could put an apple in there. Because I'm going to actually sue you for the actual amount of money that's being used to provide any meals or any beverages for any individual in law enforcement, thinking that I could use that money instead of you getting that. I know. Oh, no more free lunches for federal employees right now.